It is Saturday morning, and this is a video of yesterday's trades. Decided to do it this way because it's much easier to show trades and setups and lines on a historical chart. But doing it live, it's a different story altogether, and that's the toughest thing about trading. Because we're trading live, we don't see what's going on next. So looking at this, we had one trade set up here overnight, and that was here at 2 a.m., which I was asleep, didn't do it. And it would have been long in here, good for about 5 points or so. Then I moved up. This is not a trade setup in here because this line was not established until this point. Once we closed in here, this line was set up. We have a new downtrend. I should have taken this one. I didn't take it. At 7 a.m. we had volume closing at the lows. That would have been good for 10 points and would have been done for the day. And that would have been a day for me. But I didn't quite. I waited on it. Didn't want to chase it. By the time it looked like a great setup, it was too late. It was down here somewhere. So when we closed here, I put a limit sell above and waited for it. I think that came up around 13 minutes. Kept moving back close. I was very conservative with my fill. I wanted to go up here and go to 53 or 1, I think. I can't remember. So okay, so in here I'll push play, limit is sitting, and finally it's gonna go. More seconds and speed up this. And we are good. We are short. I think I moved my trade in. Started to move against me a little bit. And of course this video I had to pause it. I had work responsibilities, and I don't want the video to be too long, so I would pause so there'll be some cuts and movements in time just to save time on the video. Started to move against me. Stop is way up here. It's above of this. It's a wide stop, but that's the way it is. Otherwise you'll have to wait or take a different setup, or just take it and live with the stop. And I'll trade small. I trade micros, multiple contracts, so it works out okay for me. This is my target. I'm pointing out my target at 52. Yeah, there's a pause. This is the market open. There's a market open in here. We have all sort of setups. Everything looks good, volume, but you can't rely on any of this. The madness of the market open does not allow anything to be traded or taken. So this bar is meaningless, whether you're in a trade or you're thinking about taking a trade. This market open at this bar. So again, 20-minute bars. Target is in here. Stops way up here. And after an hour and 20 minutes, there was a time stop in place. I have a time stop. We have a setup. It just sits there and dances for an hour and a half. I want to get out of it. It didn't really look as good in here. And of course, in hindsight, this was a mistake because the trade setup was valid and good, but I got out of it. So the next thing happened at 15:40. I'm flat now. There's nothing going on. And I think I put a new channel in here somewhere. Yeah, now I'm thinking I'm going to go short in here. I'm going to put another limit short. I did put a limit short in here and wait for it to come up and fill me into a short down to the bottom of the channel. And the red bar obviously short and green bar is long. So let's move this forward, otherwise this video will be too long. And now we see that the price did move down. That would have been a good trade for 10 points. I just missed it. I'm not really chasing. This is a minor channel that got set up in here, so we have a new channel. So I'm thinking instead of here, I'm going to be short in here and get my target down here, bottom of the channel, the bottom of this channel. That would have been good for 10 points. Now I can be taking short here and adding to it over here. I only add once, multiple contracts, but it would have been still a valid setup for the short, either here or in here. So I'm short. I think the next thing that happened, 17. Yeah, the range is starting range. I have some notes in here which I want to discuss. Target, if you look at this target, this is really important. Look at this target, it's 52.8750. That's my target. If the short has been filled, I'm looking at it 52.8750. And this will come up here in just a little bit. Now I'll explain it as we go. So we go to 1750 and I'm still moving, and I'm moving down my limit sell based on the channel, based on different things that I'm seeing at the volume and the price action, and move up to 1940. Nothing happening. The target's still the same. The sell still the same, and now I'm still dropping my target to get filled. I moved it aggressively because I'm starting to see the YM, which is the Dow futures, is really dropping, and I just thought, you know, we're gonna follow with it on the ES. Not only that, the volume is dropping as this move up in here, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Volume is really dropping in here. So this move up doesn't really have any conviction, doesn't have any muscle behind it. So I think in about half a more minute, I'm filled. Get moving my, here in about 10 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and fill short. Now I'm just let it be. I moved it I moved it from here, then moved it again. I think I moved it one more time. And now I'm short. Moved it again, I'm short at 52.95. Target is still 52.8750. Okay, I'll move. And now it's this video with the channel 52.8750. So 21.18. We have an up bar, the lowest volume, the past 10 bars. And then I'm gonna move up. It's moving my way. Target is still in place. It's right here, 287.50. And we're moving. We got the slows in here. That's gonna cause maybe possibly an issue. Not enough target for me to take. Didn't take it in here. That would have been good for from 96 to 91, 5 points. I'm going for 10. 23, let's see, 23, 20. Still moving, but not quite enough. This did. What usually happens, it will flush it. It will go right underneath it. There's a lot of longs from here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And the stop will be right tick or two below this one. Amateur stop. And will go down, and they'll flush all the stops, then it'll move up or whatever it needs to do. If it's decided to go up. So 23, 20. So here in about 5 seconds we have this flush. So it did flush and went down underneath this. ran some stops. I think start to move up from here. So let me go up, move forward. 25 minutes. Yeah, we moved up again here, so I'm thinking now we're up toward the upper channel. Setup still good, and it's still good all the way up here. So this whole area is still good to be shorting. And 25.10, I think, yeah, about a few more seconds. I added another short. This video, then I got really busy at work and I had to pause and just come back to it. I put my stops and my targets in place and left it alone. And I'll show you what happened. 25.10. More seconds. I added another position in shorts. So if I have 2 in here, I'll add 2 more in here. This one was a loss for 2 points, by the way, 2.25 points. And in here, I added another short right on the channel. And this did move against me. It continued for a bit. There was a long pause here in 26 minutes and about 30 seconds. There was a long pause on the video. I paused and I just couldn't even look at the screen. I'll show that quickly. You see a lot of bars print in here. And that's the pause that I left it alone. And it'll be 5 more seconds possibly. So I'm full position short, looking for 52, 87, 50. And I think the pause is coming up here soon. The video is almost over. Yeah. So what happened is continued to move right into this channel in here. So this is a good short. This was maybe a bit early. Should have taken it in here and added in here. So there'll be 2 short, 1 in here, 1 in here. This one a great position for 10 plus points easily. But it did take some heat. My stop was above this channel, and I'll show that here in just a little bit. Let me play that again. The channel is the same line. We just moved it exactly the same to show that the channel did hold. And here's the issue. I wasn't able to even look at the computer with work responsibilities. My limit is 52.87.50 and the low was 52.87.75. Missed me by a tick. And I looked at it and I thought I'm fairly sure it's going to get filled with the stops in here and here. Walked away, came back after the close, and I'm still holding the position for Sunday. I'm not worried about it. It's only 2 or 3 ticks away from being filled, and we may gap down and I'll even get a better fill or gap up and take a loss. So we'll do that Sunday. So that's it. That's the video restarting again. So the day basically shows that I'm out. I'm down 2.25 points for the previous trade from here and this one, and in this trade I am holding with the 2 positions plus it's eight points, and hopefully Sunday night will open up and we'll be okay. So like I said, what I'll do is I'll take a video of the trades and I'll show my analysis live as they are happening with the trades. Those are the trade marks, and post the video after the fact due to work. And maybe one day if I'm not working, I can do this live. That's all for the day, and I'll be back again Monday.